What's up, this is Squad 2448 with a following Signature Sound Team video. Today we'll be doing the world's toughest towing test here on the Westbridge Hills Map with dual lead trucks. The load for today is 21,000 pounds, which includes a tri-axle tilt trailer, 1,000-pound water crate, and a JCB backhoe. The trucks we'll be using for today's test are a 2017 Ford F450 dually, GMC 3500 dually, a Chevy 3500 High Country dually, and a Ram 3500 dually. The Ram and the Ford can tow just around 30,000 pounds, while GM trucks, GMC and Chevy can only tow 21,000, so both of those are going to be maxed out. The first truck we'll be doing this test will be the Ford F450. Now this is an F450, it could tow a bit more than the others, but I thought that this would be the perfect vehicle. And all these trucks are pretty new, they are around a 2016 to 2018 model year. So first up we'll be kind of driving this over, attaching to it, and we do want to kind of tilt the trailer, load it up, and we also want to strap down that water crate. And this is the last truck segment that we have not done yet, and this should be pretty exciting. We did quarter ton, half ton, 3/4 ton, and now today's 1 ton, which is pretty exciting. I really do like comparing how these trucks do here in Farm Sim, and also seeing how the real world tests, which one is better in the real world, and seeing which one is better here. So that's pretty cool, kind of seeing the difference there. And as you guys can see, this JCB backhoe is pretty heavy. It probably is over the towing limit that we are doing for today. I do apologize for that, but I thought that this would be a pretty cool one to kind of haul around today doing these tests. So we do want to put these right over the axles. As you guys can see, we are doing it. We'll lower this down all the way, and we will actually be locking the load. Yes, there's a load lock, which should be very helpful for us. We'll kind of lock the load, and actually I do want to kind of test it if the load will lock, and let's take a look. So it looks like the load has just locked, which is nice. They will not be moving around on us. I really do like that, not having to worry that they might shift, especially since we cannot really chain it down. But take a look at that, guys. We've got 2 straps on that. We'll be hopping back in the Ford, and we'll be starting this off. Now we will be doing the same course as all of the other testing videos, where we go down a one hill, up a hill, and then we go down a one, and then up a dirt hill. So I mean, lots of different testing today. We want to see how these trucks handle, tow, and overall perform, and it should be pretty interesting. If you guys would like to see more towing tests here on the channel, let me know down below in the comments. I think that it would be a very cool thing to maybe do a few SUV tests, since there is a few, or even some sport trucks, anything like that. So if you do have any cool ideas, let me know down below in the comments. But first up, you guys can see we are going down this windy hill. I really do like these tow mirrors. They are very helpful for seeing the load behind us, and it looks like this Ford is doing a very good job. Like we're saying, guys, this is an F450, so it is above the other classes, but it should overall be the same, and overall perform even better than the others. Like we're saying, guys, let me know down below in the comments which one won today's challenge. I do like doing these, and I do appreciate all of the continued support here on the daily videos. You guys are awesome with all of the positive feedback and support. And what I realized is we do have to slide back that trailer axle, which we just did. We do want to make sure it's all the way back in the travel position. And I think that you can probably drive with it in the other position, but I think the axle is a bit better over there. Now we do have just around, I would say, a 15% tongue weight, so it's not too bad on the truck. And actually we are going to be coming up here on the suspension test. So take a look at that, guys. Looks like there's no body roll, any bouncing going over those train tracks, and sometimes going over those is a bit tricky. But next up, we'll be coming over here. We will not be stopping, and as you guys can see, this Ford is climbing up the hill. I'm full on the acceleration, and we are continuing to gain speed. We are not losing speed, which is nice. And I mean, take a look at that. This Ford also looks pretty cool. I would like to thank all of the modders for making these awesome mods, which I do feature here in all of my videos, and I do appreciate all of the support here. And stay tuned for all of the very cool videos coming with a new map project. That's going to be a very cool project. And as you guys can see, we are now going to be testing braking, and take a look at that, guys. I mean, we are slowing this down really well. I was just on the brakes just the second there, not really on it too bad, but no potential jackknifing problems. Sometimes when you do turn, the trailer just wants to keep going. But next up, we will be going up this dirt hill, and I mean, this is one very steep hill. We'll definitely want to gain some momentum, but we'll definitely see if the Ford will gain speed, kind of stay the same or lose speed. But take a look at that, guys. The Ford is climbing up the hill no problem at all, which is nice. And actually, we do want to turn on those daytime running lights, those sea lights, which are a very cool feature about this truck. Overall, this Ford did a very good job. Let me know down below in the comments, guys, which one won today's challenge. I will be letting you know at the end which one I believe won it, but I would like to hear your feedback. Looks like we did slide there for a minute, which is probably the farm sim physics, especially since, I mean, we are trying to be as realistic as possible, but we can't be at the same time. So we'll be kind of arriving back here. Pretty challenging turn, very narrow entrance, but we are doing a pretty good job. Looks like I do have to come up on the curb to make it. Wow, a bit of a challenger. Did not take a wide enough, but that's pretty much it for the Ford F450. Let me know your thoughts on this one. Like I was saying, guys, this does not reflect the real life trucks, especially since all of these trucks were made by different modders and they do have different towing capacities, different physics, everything like that here in the game. Up next is the GMC 3500. I haven't really featured too much GMCs here on the channel, so it is nice to be kind of back here in the GMC. And I mean, this does have a pretty cool first person view. We'll be backing up and attaching. As you guys can see, we got it attached and all of the goosenecks kind of go right in the center of the axle of the back. But as you guys can see, right when we do get on the acceleration, it looks like the back of the truck does go down and the front goes up. So I mean, that might be a little bit there, but like I was saying, guys, this is pretty much maxing out the GMC towing wise, and the Ford and the Ram will not be maxed out. So we'll be kind of going down, and so we do actually have to be pretty careful, especially since this is fully loaded and fully maxed up. But we'll kind of head down, and I really do like the load that we chose for today. Like I was saying earlier, guys, the JCB might be a little bit over the weight of what I do predict this to be, but I did kind of do a little Google search and come up with around the JCB backhoe weighing 16,000 pounds, and with that crate, it is just around 17, and then there's like just around 2,500 to 3,000 just for this trailer. So I mean, I think that that's pretty good math. Let me know down below in the comments if the backhoe should be weighing more. If it is, I do apologize for not being as realistic, but I did search before to gain information on the towing capacities, everything like that. As you guys can see, going over those train tracks over there was no problem, and we are gaining speed, which is awesome. I mean, very nice truck, very strong, and take a look at that, taking this turn, no problem at all. And I mean, this is one very heavy load for the GMC. Like I was saying earlier, guys, let me know down below in the comments if we should do some of these, maybe with the Hummer H2, the Hummer H1, and all of the different vehicles that we do have, or even maybe some SUVs, because there is a few here in the game where anything like that, even we could do some tractor tests, like tractor pulls. Take a look at that, guys. Braking-wise, took us just a little bit longer than the Ford to kind of brake, which is okay. I mean, fully maxed out compared to the Ford, which is a lot stronger made for heavier loads. But we'll be going up this hill here, kind of seeing what happens, and we'll definitely see if this GMC is able to climb up. Take a look at that, guys. Looks like we are slowing speed, but at the same time, fully on the acceleration, we are able to climb up the hill, which is nice. I mean, this truck has a lot of power. Diesel trucks do have a lot of torque and power, which is helpful for towing. As you guys can see, overall, this was one awesome vehicle. Now, you should always kind of stop at stop signs. There was no traffic coming both ways, so I did not, but you always do. So up next, when we kind of take in this lane, I do want to take this very wide, especially since we did have trouble the last time. Looks like I did take this a little too wide, so we'll kind of just readjust here and kind of drive on in and take a look at that, guys. Looks like we did a pretty good job there. We'll be kind of disconnecting this and parking it up, and I believe that I do actually have manual attaching it, so we're just going to disconnect it that way. I think that's a bit more realistic since we would have to push the pin in. But as you guys can see, up next is the brand new 2017 Chevy High Country released by Dylan, and his YouTube channel is Punkin Dylan. Go check him out. He will be releasing some awesome trucks. I mean, this one looks awesome, and I do appreciate him and his modding team for releasing this one. So we'll kind of be backing up. You guys can see awesome gooseneck hitch, and overall this should be a very interesting one to see how this does to the GMC also. So let me know, guys, if the Ram or Ford won, and then if the Chevy or GMC, especially since, I mean, two different towing capacities. So let's take a look. So it looks like, let's take a look at this. So it looks like it's now attached. That was a little interesting. Now, right when we get on the acceleration, you guys can see the front of the truck does go up, so we might have a few problems with light steering. But I did turn on those daytime running lights. I believe those are daytimes, but those look awesome. So I thought I would just kind of have them on. And overall, I mean, it looks like we might have a little bit of problems body roll wise, but like we're saying, we are maxed out here on the Chevy. Going down this hill, we do want to be pretty careful, especially with the suspension in the front being quite light. Take a look at that, guys. Looks like the engine brake is doing a very good job kind of braking on its own. And overall, having 21,000 pounds feels like nothing on the majority of these trucks, which is always good to know that, I mean, these were very strongly built and everything like that. We'll be taking this left turn here, and as you guys can see, a lot of body roll, which isn't the best. But next up, we'll be taking this turn over here. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Let me know how it is down below in the comments. My day is going good. We'll be doing plenty more snow winter videos coming. I do get a lot of requests for those. I just did a public works video yesterday, and a lot of different types will be coming to the channel very soon. And stay tuned for all of the new kind of games I will be featuring here also. As you guys can see, looks like the Chevy is not struggling one bit, even though we do have a lot of body roll. It looks like it does take just a little bit longer to kind of get up to cruising speed right after we did take that turn there, but I mean, overall, this truck looks pretty cool, and it's working, doing a good job, and overall, I mean, all these trucks do the work that you do ask them to do hauling, and one might do it just a little bit better than the other, or perform better. But as you guys can see, we are going down this hill actually pretty fast. I mean, we are definitely over the speed limit. You guys can see this does have a first-person view, but it's not the best. I mean, braking on this truck was awesome, slowed us down within seconds, which is very nice. And then the final test is to go up this dirt, which does test the traction control and everything like that, especially since the dirt is loose, not like asphalt. And I mean, this is a very steep hill. You guys can see there's grass growing in the dirt, everything like that. We'll be gaining speed, but it looks like we are definitely losing speed, and we are crawling up that hill. Take a look at that. I mean, we did get up successfully, which is nice. We'll kind of make this turn here, and overall, I mean, Chevy did a good job, and it is under a lot of stress of being a full capacity towing load. We have one more truck to test, which is a Ram, and like I was saying earlier, I do try to get all stock trucks, kind of stock wheels on them, and the only difference today being stock-wise is that the Ram does have upgraded bumpers in the front and back, and a gas tank kind of a toolbox, if you would so call, in the back of the bed. So that's like the only thing, keeping that one not stock, but all of the other ones are, and the GMC does just have blacked out, kind of spray painted dually wheels, if you would so call it. Looks like we are not able to make this turn. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to make some of these turns, especially with a very long trailer with this. But overall, guys, this Chevy did a pretty good job. Let me know down below in the comments which one won today's challenge. And if you haven't already, I do recommend you go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Square2448. I do post some pretty cool pictures, and very soon I will be posting daily. Up next, we'll be hopping in the Ram 3500. You guys can see, I mean, this does actually have upgraded steps also, and overall, this truck should do a good job. So we'll actually hop on the first person view. This looks pretty cool, and let's see if we could see out of the back. Looks like we are not able to do that. So we'll just kind of back up right over here, and then we'll hop out and attach. Now, I do also get a lot of questions asking me to put down the tailgates, and a lot of these mods have the models where the tailgate is part of the entire vehicle, which means that it is not a movable part. But if it was able to kind of go down, I would definitely do that to keep it pretty realistic. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think the Ford had that option, so I might check that out at the end or even off camera. But as you guys can see, it looks like the Ram is struggling just a little bit to get up to speed, and like I was saying, all modders do have different torque speed limits and handling lines of all of these trucks. But as you guys can see, whoa, we do have to rotate this camera view around, and we'll kind of continue here. But take a look at this interior. It looks pretty cool for a Ram. It looks like this truck is struggling to kind of get up to speed. We definitely have to see how this Cummins does. overall did handle this windy hill pretty well, and take a look at that, going a little bit off, and we were actually able to save it without jackknifing, anything like that. We'll be taking this left turn here, and I really do like kind of keeping all of these towing tests kind of very similar roads to keep it pretty realistic when you do kind of test it. And all of the manufacturers do test out to see exactly how much their trucks can tow without doing too much damage. But as you guys can see, I mean, this tow trailer does a pretty good job, and I also was saying earlier that the JCB is a bit overweight, but I thought that it would still be nice for today's challenge. As you guys can see, we are now climbing up this hill. I mean, this ram looks awesome. I mean, this map is a Westbridge Hills map, was converted to FS17 from FS15, and it overall is a very cool map, pretty large farming map, and I thought that it would be a pretty cool thing to... A few of you guys have been asking me if these towing tests have been done in FS15, but this is FS17 with a map that was converted from the older game. And I will still kind of be featuring a few FS15 videos, probably once or twice a month now, which I think will be a very cool series. Hopefully that truck does not come out. He would definitely hit our trailer. But take a look at that, guys. This braking locks up the wheels, and we continue to slide down. That just shows how much momentum is pushing on it. But we're able to kind of keep that in control, which is nice, and we'll definitely be kind of making it back up the hill. But overall, all of these trucks did struggle in their own way, but overall performed very well at the end. We'll be going up this steep hill, and hopefully this ram will be able to make it up. As you guys can see, we're pretty much slowing down fully on the acceleration. Wow, it just had enough momentum and speed. And take a look at that. We pulled out right in front of that car. But if we were to stop, we would actually have to kind of roll back down, regain momentum, because we would definitely struggle or just slide down because of all of the weights. But hope you guys enjoyed today's towing test here with the 1-ton dually trucks here, the Ram 3500 dually, the Ford F450 dually, both GM trucks, the Chevy 3500 High Country, and the GMC 3500. And the load, like I was saying earlier, was 21,000 pounds, which was a lot. So let me know down below in the comments, guys, which one of these 4 trucks won today's challenge. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and subscribe for more.